L&N Stadium, the site for this one, and away we go. So Chandler Morris will start with the football for Virginia.
A guy who really feels he's come to the right spot at Virginia.
Jamari Taylor is the second leading rusher in the ACC, and he's got a gain up the middle for about 4. I was in a bigger role, steps in for the injured Dak Twitty. And Chandler Morris rolls for the first time, and Morris fires and has a first down. Connects with Cam Ross, the 7th-year senior slot receiver. And how does he toe that line between risk-taking and the ability to fit it into tight windows today? Slips it out quickly. Here's Trell Harris, and a sure-handed tackle is made by Antonio Watts. The Sam linebacker, who is uber talented, had an amazing interception last week.
Yeah, just watch Watts. He's going to be on the left side of the screen, and he just flies, and he doesn't want to be blocked. You know, right?
At the goal line that could have put Louisville down by 14 last week. Second and long quickly for Trell Harris. Stood up by Jabari Mack. Met him immediately on the reception, and here comes third down.
It forces growth from the quarterback position. That's why he's here.
5th-year senior from Los Angeles with Isaac Brown alongside. Moss to the sideline for the first time, and he's got it complete to Chris Bell. Coming off a huge game with 10 grabs last week. Coaching staff said they might do some of what they had to do in coming back, some quick throws. Now the first carry for Isaac Brown. The preseason second-team All-American, reigning ACC Rookie of the Year. Scott Satterfield's team, Satterfield's old team, Louisville, squaring off with Virginia. Kirk Morrison, Don Davenport, Mike Monaco with you. And we are off and running. This is Nate Kariski, the tight end, with a flag down. We're 5 minutes in. You haven't missed a whole lot. Virginia got the ball first. 60% chance to get to the ACC title game. Fresh set of downs for Miller Moss, who floats one to Chris Bell. Stud senior wide receiver's got his second grab, working on Jordan Robinson for 16.
And no, your eyes did not fool you. That's right. Miller Moss came from where? Under center. And under center has helped him do what? Develop timing when it comes to these patterns to Chris Bell. It's given him, and to be told, hey, you're not the starter anymore. I think it's been about building back his confidence the early part of the season.
Jet sweep to the shifty Colin Lacey, who gets shoved out of bounds by Jason Prevard. And a good pickup there to the electric Lacey for 12 personnel with the 2 tight ends on 3rd down and 1. Miller Moss with a QB sneak, and he's got plenty for a first down. So 2nd down from plus territory midway through this first quarter. Fake the pitch. Moss. Sideline, got it complete to his tight end, Jaleel Skinner. The redshirt junior who last year transferred in from Miami for 7. The play clock winding down below 5. Moss, a pitch. Brown, a fumble! Scooped up by Virginia! Donavon Platt down the sideline! Scoop and score! Wow! Disaster for Louisville on 4th down.
And this is all on Brown, the running back. That ball's right there in his hands, and maybe he would have got hit. And
nice. It's great stuff. Well, Duke Watson is the running back, not Isaac Brown after the fumble, and Colin Lacey gets blasted by Cam Robinson. More misdirection from Louisville, and Virginia snuffed it out for a loss of 8.
It was misdirection, but it didn't fool Cam Robinson. Boy, a lot different defense.
Miller Moss under pressure, tried to set it up on a screen for Duke. Watson wrestling for it against Robinson and able to push out. Showed blitz, but only bring 4. On the twist, Moss zings one. He's got it complete to Chris Bell. First down yardage across the middle. Brown said, we need to get him the football. All passes on this drive. Moss again. Bell again. Past the 50. Donavon Platt wrapped him up and a fresh set of downs. So Isaac Brown is in the game, even though he fumbled earlier. Moss back to the air. Here's Colin Lacey working on Cam Robinson and finding that soft spot for a first down. Moss floats one sideline and coming back to it. Chris Bell makes the catch. was working on Kamren Robinson, and it's a 27-yard pickup to set up 1st and goal.
What an adjustment by Chris Bell. He's running on the outside. Just watch the route. And you think he's going to go deep, but the awareness to realize that ball is going to be a little underthrown and to be able to adjust and come back to the foot.
Wide receiver motions out of the backfield. 2 tight ends for Miller Moss. Lacey met immediately right around the 5.
It's number 5, Colin Lacey.
Moss under pressure. He fires, and a bobbling bid is marked down inside the 1 to Trayshawn Hurry. Lacey in motion. Moss the sneak with a push, and Miller Moss waiting on a signal. Touchdown! Miller Moss punches it in to cap a lengthy odyssey of a drive.
Yeah, on the last 4th down, Jeff Brown was like, you know what? Just keep it in my quarterback's hands. Get him under center and let him power drive his way through. You see the leg drive by Miller Moss. Get behind that offensive line. They're really big on Pete Niger at the center, number 50. If that
Chandler Morris, who like Diego Pavia is operating as a top 10 quarterback in the country by QBR. Jamari Taylor with a fumble. Ball on the deck. Morris goes diving in, and who's got it? Virginia fell on the football. And what were you saying about turnovers?
You got to protect the football. That time Chandler Morris is able to jump on it. He sees that ball on the ground. That's just a mishandle by Taylor. But seeing the quarterback jump in.
They go right back to Taylor, and he bounces it. And Taylor is tripped up along the edge by JoJo Evans, the 6th-year senior safety, but a pickup of 13 for a 1st down.
Yeah, nice job of moving the defensive end, Lubin.
The ACC's 2nd leading rusher behind NC State's Hollywood Smothers. Cam Ross wrapped up by D'Angelo Hutchinson. Play clock winding down. Morris, screen, Ross navigating, pushing forward, and Cam Ross with a surge has a 1st down. 7 in white, bottom of your screen, matched up with Tayon Holloway. On 2nd down, they go to Edrin, and he makes the catch in plus territory. What made you think they're going to get him involved? Handoff, Xavier Brown goes spinning for a 1st down. Back in his home state, the senior who's been excellent with a big pickup there to move the sticks.
Well, one of our question marks earlier was, is this offensive line? How would they handle this defensive front of Louisville? That time, great push, and Xavier Brown.
Ball at the 42. A blitz, a screen. Jamari Taylor surges ahead, and Taylor very close to the sticks, into field goal range, picks up 19 yards, and now it's 4th down and 1.
And I'm going to give credit to the senior quarterback, Chandler Morris. He gets to the line of scrimmage. He's feeling the blitz. He knows it's blitz. He checks it to that screen play. That was all the quarterback.
Direct snap, and it is Jamari Taylor with a 1st down. Boy, we've had big 4th downs in this game already on both sides.
Oh, this is fun, right?
Brown straight ahead and knocked down for a loss of 1. Ran into the back of his own offensive lineman with Justin Beatles, the 6th-year senior defensive end, on the scene as well.
I like this drive, though. This drive, Chandler Morris, Virginia offense with the ball.
Pressure comes. Morris stands in. He lofts one for Ross. Touchdown, Virginia. There is a flag down back in the pocket. 3rd down, Morris with a beauty, standing in against the pressure from Wes Bailey.
Yeah, Wes Bailey gets right up there around that head and neck area, but what a terrific throw. 3rd down.
So Louisville gets it back down by 7 with 7 to go in the 1st half. Moss has been busy. Back shoulder. Guess who again? Chris Bell working on Emmanuel Carnley for a 1st down.
Could be some sleepy Nittany Lions over in California against UCLA.
Isaac Brown gets popped running off the left side.
But everybody else has definitely elevated their programs so far.
Miller Moss in rhythm. Outside 7th catch already for Chris Bell, who's already over 100 yards here in this 1st half. Moss under center again and sneaks it again for a 1st down just inside the 30.
Oh, I love the push.
To the gun here with Isaac Brown riding sidecar. Moss across the middle. Jaleel Skinner into the red zone, and that's a first down.
No, I hadn't learned all of that. This case was just clapping when he was at USC.
Isaac Brown, slippery, got past James Jackson. Second down coming up. Bit of a one-word protection call at USC. He said it's 15-word play calls here at Louisville. Moss in the rhythm on a crosser, got it to the edge. Bell again! Touchdown Cards! Chris Bell is cooking in this first half.
You got to find a ways to double team, but this time it's all everything linebacker Kamren Robinson. He's right there.
Morris toward the sideline to John Rogers, and the tight end goes weaving into plus territory. Ball came out. TJ Quinn ripped it away for Louisville.
From the Louisville touchdown.
Jamari Taylor with nowhere to go off the left side. Looked like Renee Conga stood him up. Next there in Tuscaloosa, operating at a very high level. Two here as well. Second down, they swing it out to Jamari Taylor, who made a man miss, and he gets cracked down right around the 45. So third down coming up, clock ticking inside of 2 minutes. So from midfield, it's Moss on a slant, and he got it inside the 40 to the senior Antonio Meeks, his 5th catch of the season for 11.
I think the underneath routes to see if he can get these Virginia defenders to bite up.
Isaac Brown slipped free from one and picks up a few yards to the 36. Remember, Louisville gets the football to begin the second half as well. Moss on the stop to Chris Bell, who goes diving smartly for a first down to momentarily stop the clock.
Can UVA, Virginia, find someone who can cover Chris Bell?
Those 138 already a career high. Nate Kariski for a completion. We checked in with Don to give our corners some help. But you got to win contested one-on-ones. Moss quickly to Kariski. And the reliable tight end moves the sticks. Second catch of the drive. Miller Moss has been great. 23 of 28. Isaac Brown again crashes forward past the 30. I mean, how much run do you expect from Louisville? He said he was devastated. One of the most difficult things in his entire life. He's been great today. Sidesteps pressure and finally gets swung down by Daniel Rickard, the 6th-year senior defensive end, the FCS transfer, and third down coming up.
Oh man, Daniel Rickard, this is an effort play. Rickard's all the way on the outside. He's going to be all the way out here. And then he just fights and waits and waits and waits. But the relentless effort.
Moss tripped up and sacked again. Mitchell Melton, another transfer defensive end from Ohio State for a loss of 10.
Wow, what a nice end zone view. I want you to watch this. Here he is, and he's going to come up here. But watch how he goes right through the guard and the tackle. You kind of get...
Great field position for Chandler Morris. Quickly to Trell Harris, who gets swung down by JoJo Evans. Tony Elliott said to us, it's truly anonymous. He said, I still don't know who the donations came from.
Felt valued, every single one of them, and that's why they've been able to step in.
They pave a way for Taylor to pick up a first down. Hard running there and a lane for Jamari Taylor.
60. That's just like a bingo game, all these different numbers going in.
Xavier Brown, the number 2 running back, runs it to the 30 for the Cavaliers.
Try to get him a little catch and run element.
Morris lofts one into coverage, incomplete. Double coverage on Jamal Edrin.
He can get him back if he needs to.
He's a celebrity now, Don.
Is on the ground to the outside, and Kewan Brown's first carry is good enough for a first down. You don't have to wrestle that one back if you're Zep Wade. So it sets up third down and 10. Pressure came, delayed on Moss, and he is sacked. Threw it away, and that ball's intercepted. Cam Robinson runs it back. Now Was Miller Moss down?
Yes, he was down.
For now, it's a pick six, but it certainly looked like Miller Moss released it when his knee was already down. Hand is keeping you up. You're not down just because your wrist is down, and it looks like Miller Moss lands on the equipment of Virginia's safety, Christian Charles.
Yeah, at first look, I thought the knee was down, but
Just hasn't gotten going since the first couple games. So here's Kamren Brown, who runs off the left side, wrapped up by Kamren Robinson. And remember, with Kamren Brown, Harrison Whaley slips and was met anyway by Antonio Watts. Well, Louisville needs to lean on its defense here, and it's third down.
yeah, their defense is right now. Yes, the numbers may not look too great, but they're making the plays. They're making stops, critical stops. And if their defense, so many new guys in on the offensive line.
Ron English shows pressure, set up a screen, and it's blown up. Tayon Holloway greets Jamari Taylor, and it's fourth down.
Tayon Holloway, he's going to be right to the outside here. He sees scream, and just watch how he just screams down and make the play. This is a terrific job. He's out there playing, and just watch how he screams up. He's playing on an inside sort of leverage route, and once he triggered and made the play.
Only the sixth 3-and-out all season for Virginia, who gets a wonderful punt from Eli Slybeck, and that is down at the 1 by Eli Wood. Fabulous work from the junior lefty from Fishers, Indiana, handling the punting duty for a third straight week because Daniel calls it a plus 40 for Chandler Morris and the Cavaliers. Off the play fake, thinking shot, and a dart is zipped in and complete inside the 30 to Jamal Edrin.
A big boy catch. He's got bodies all around him. A nice, strong physical catch.
Right side of your screen, live action. Chandler Morris on the check down. And a tackle immediately from TJ Quinn on the running back, Jamari Taylor.
Yeah, that's
by Mike Norvell. This from 46 off the left hash. Bettridge's kick on its way, and it splits the uprights. Flag comes out at the end of it.
the rest of this one. That's a tough one on McDonald.
A better field position as well for Miller Moss. Crosser. Hey, there he is. Chris Bell goes spinning out past the 40. First touch of the second half. The fourth quarter arrives in Louisville. Cardinals with the football, down by 10 against Virginia. And Miller Moss hangs onto the ball under pressure from Mitchell Melton, who was swiping at that thing.
But Mike, we talked about this yesterday. When you're under center and the quarterback comes out in that little half roll, always
the legal issue last season. Designed quarterback run, maybe for the first time all game, and Morris gets some of it back, and that sets up third and medium.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of it. Worse than what it already is.
Got to look at Ron English. Boy, it's a big punt from Eli Slybeck. It drives Colin Lacey back inside the 20. And Lacey, with some wiggle, made a cut. And Lacey gets tripped up by the punter, Slybeck, right around the 45. And find 10 points in this quarter. Fleeficker is faked, and Isaac Brown takes off with it. And Brown finally gets a chunk play that he has been yearning for on trickery.
Yeah, I saw this play last week live. The Chicago Bears, Ben Johnson, their offense ran it. It was the fake. DeAndre Swift, he had caught the ball. He faked it back to Caleb Williams and then took off and ran. This time, a copycat play I saw last week in the NFL.
Now a handoff, no fake, a keep for Isaac Brown, and what do you know? Running room for the stud running back to the 25 on an 8-yard pickup.
Igniting this offense on this drive.
Hand it to him again. Brown with a seam, and he stumbles down with a first down. And now behind this offensive line as well, which is wide for Louisville. Colin Lacey in motion. Jet sweep, and he dives down. Emmanuel Carnley held the edge. Left tackle on this drive. Virginia backs off. Moss stands in. Back shoulder to Bell. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Grown man strength from Chris Bell.
Tough. Watch the left hand of Chris Bell. That's all he needed was one. All he needed was one. Some guys need two. Chris Bell just needs one.
Season number 1 and preseason number 2 teams in the country. Virginia up by 3 with the football, and Jamari Taylor's got a running lane. It's cracked down by TJ Quinn. Spent 5 years there, and now one of the best backs so far in the ACC. They feed him again. Taylor with a cut, and he gets spun down. Corey Gordon, the Baylor transfer, with the tackle, but not before 11 more. Pitch, couple lead blockers, and Taylor is dropped for a loss. Corey Gordon again. Ron English was waiting to see if Corey Gordon would put his nose in there and be physical tackling.
Yeah, that time Corey Gordon,
Moving at the top of your screen, 50 in the Cardinal. He backs off, and it's a run for Taylor, and Taylor is close to the sticks, but looks to be a half-yard short. 220 pounds, direct snap indeed. Jamari Taylor met in the hole, but Taylor's got enough for a first down.
and they went Kamren copy. Up top.
3rd down and 7. Taylor, and Morris is brought down by Watts. Taylor was trying for the pickup in pass pro, but it's a sack for this Louisville defense.
Well, this time you got 2 backup rights. You got a backup right and a backup left tackle. And you're hoping they hold up. But these are just 2 outstanding rushes. Nice job of bringing the pressure by Ron English, defensive coordinator. With it.
Louisville trying to stay perfect. They've got the football down by 3. And Miller Moss is swarmed. Gets dropped by Hunter Osborne, the Alabama transfer defensive tackle with all kinds of pressure.
Nice job by Big 15. He just long arm. He just showed the strength on the left side of your screen. Just push, collapse the pocket, and go.
Moss, backpedaling, running out of time. Jason Hammond gets home. 3rd down coming up.
And that's a bad play by the quarterback. You don't want to retreat. You always want to go forward, never go backwards. That time when you retreat, you're giving the defense the advantage. And you mentioned 91, Jason Hammond just follows his way to the court. So some sort of screen, a quick hitter. Go deep.
Moss steps up and he fires up the seam, and it's caught by Chris Hughes. Into plus territory and into field goal range as well. Different movement in the pocket for Miller Moss.
On 2nd down, he retreated, but 3rd and 24, see how he climbs the pocket? And when you climb the pocket, it puts stress on the defense.
Moss 4 for 4 on this drive, trying to author another comeback. On the ground with Isaac Brown. Plows forward, Kamren Robinson in on the stop. 3rd down and about 2 coming up. Keller's made twice from 57, but they go with Ranvier. On its way, and Ranvier is good! Tied at 24!
That's how you do it. Snap, hold, kick. Operation is flawless. And when you have that, usually that ball goes through the uprights. That's a lot of faith right there, a lot of belief. Yeah, I get excited too if I'm Ranvier as well. Chandler Morris.
Can Morris protect the ball as well? He's known to sometimes take risks. Pressure comes. Morris is directing Taylor. Morris takes off with his legs, and Chandler Morris has a first down. With 35 seconds to go, he scampers for 17. For Will Bettridge. Still 2 timeouts. Pressure again. Morris is swarmed and sacked. Hello, it's Wes Bailey again.
I just asked, Mike, can they hold up? Will these tackles hold up in this situation? That time, Wes Bailey on the left side of the screen. He's just got to chop and come through with the sack. On Ben York, he's the backup tackle. Right tackle, he's with no safety help on top.
Play fake. Moss rolling. He fires for Brown. Did he hang on? Yes, he did. Isaac Brown sets up 1st and goal out of the backfield to force overtime. Off the right hash. Kochab with a good snap this time, and Ranvier is good. And now it goes to Virginia. The 2nd half today, but a chance to tie or win it. Morris rolls. Morris takes off. Morris toward the end zone, and he's banged down. Shy of the goal line, and he took a mammoth hit. Plus the tight end, Sage Ennis to the right side. And the redshirt freshman, Kalen, direct snap. Taylor, touchdown! Virginia wins it in overtime for the second week in a row.
Play, they go to the bread and butter. It's the direct snap to Jamari Taylor. They've done this all game long. The third time the trifecta, and the third time's the touchdown for the win.
Chandler Morris loves it. Taylor runs it in. Dawn.
Yeah, I'm here with Coach Elliott. Coach, wow,